My name is Fulya, and today I will be reacting to the Eurovision Song Contest semi-final 1. I have been an avid watcher of the Eurovision Song Contest for a very long time. I'd say within the last 10 years I have been watching it every year. But today I thought I'll do something totally different, so hopefully you enjoy it. And I hope you're also an avid Eurovision Song Contest viewer as well. So, by the way, I am from Australia, even though I don't really look like it. I will also mention, as much as I love the SBS broadcast of the Eurovision Song Contest, I prefer to have no commentating when I'm watching this, because I do like listening to the music, the songs from start to finish. And unfortunately, when there's commentators involved, you only hear half of the song while they're commentating, because they'll chuck in their little remarks as the song progresses. So for me, I'm watching the YouTube stream version, which has no commentating, and it's by Eurovision. Whoa, what an opening number. Man, last year when I watched Netta sing that song during the song contest, I was actually a little bit, perplexed as to why she won. And the song was, I don't know, my first impression of the song wasn't exactly that high. So I didn't really rate it as such a great song, but I have to admit, watching her perform it as the opening performance for the Eurovision Song Contest, holy moly, that was amazing. I was not expecting it. It's a party in there, for crying out loud. It is amazing the amount of the amount of craziness that's going in that expo hall. It's nuts. The staging is looking great already. First impression, opening performance, whoa. All right, so 4 hosts, 2 female, 2 male. Great start already. All right, so we've got our first 17 countries that are going to be performing. First up is Cyprus, and I've already noticed, and the host did mention this before it started, that the little postcard clips before each contestant's song is going to be a little bit different, and it is it's not just the artists in their home country and showing off their country. It's the artists in their home country showing off their home country, but dancing. So not just doing activities here and there, they're actually dancing, which is pretty cool. It's a little different, and I actually quite like it. Oh, just so you know, I am watching these songs. All the songs that are being performed, I'm watching them for the first time. I haven't actually gone back and listened to them in any way. So for me, this is all fresh. Cyprus. Wow. Good song. It was all right. It's a great opening performance, I have to admit. The song's very upbeat, and it sounds like something you would hear at like a club or something. It's good to dance to. One little gripe, her costume. I don't know where that costume went, honestly. Like literally, it's like she's just wearing plastic. She's wearing PVC plastic. She's got boots right up to her yoo-hoo, and she's wearing a jacket which then gets pulled off during the performance, and all she's wearing is clear plastic with diamantes just sort of, clear diamond shaped beads sort of dangling off the costume in a certain way, and I don't know if it's supposed to be representing sort of like raindrops because her hair looked like it was wet, but yeah, that costume just not yeah, I don't know. The dancers were in cowboy outfits. They're all wearing black but with cowboy hats, and I don't know, I've got mixed sort of feelings about the appearance of the performance rather than the song itself, because the song was good. The costume was bad. Alright, second song was by Montenegro. The song was okay. Yeah. There's not really much I can say about it. I like the costumes they were wearing. They're really nice. Nice and white with the sort of red and the gold sort of weaved in somehow. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that song. It didn't sound very good to me. So, Finland decided to bring in Darude into this. I haven't heard from him for a very long time, and I was a big fan of his back in the day. Music was great. The lyrics, I don't know about the lyrics. The music was great. It's the sort of stuff that I would generally listen to in my own sort of playlists and stuff. The performance overall was pretty good. I liked the use of, having the one dancer on stage and then, switching it over to the back screen where it looked like the dancer was underwater. It was pretty cool. Yeah, Finland. Yeah, good. Poland. I don't know what to say. Yeah, the song was a bit meh for me. Although I did like their costumes. They looked very, I think they might have been traditional. A traditional type of costume to Poland, so very Polish looking outfit. Yeah, well, I can't really say much about the song because I didn't understand the lyrics. Obviously, it was in Polish. But the overall performance, it just lacked a bit of movement. There wasn't much happening in terms of like any sort of dancing or anything like that. But it was still pretty good. It was alright. It was pretty good. Yeah. Slovenia. Better than Poland, I have to admit. It was a nice song. Very melancholy, very sort of, it's almost like it was sort of stagnant. The song just ran on the same sort of level, just kept running. I don't know. Yeah, it was just really toned down. It was very sort of, the level of the music just kept going the same. There was no sort of dramatics or anything like that, but yeah, but overall it was an alright song. Yeah. Czech Republic. That was a really nice upbeat sort of song. It sounded very almost sort of in between 80s, 90s type of pop. Kind of felt, they kind of look like the modern day Hanson, to be honest, but a little more handsome, I must say. They did really well. It was a nice upbeat sort of a song that you can, bop around to and dance to. I love the use of colours they used throughout their performance, especially they've used framing to frame each of the boys, and then the way that they sort of cut it together during the performance, it looked really visually interesting and enticing, and it really kept you interested in wanting to continue watching. So I like Czech Republic. Czech Republic's pretty good. I hope they go into the next round, but we'll see what happens. Hungary, oh my goodness, he's back. I apologize if I mispronounce his name. Georgi Popeye. I'm probably butchering the name, I do apologize. Oh my goodness, that is such a great song. He was on Eurovision 2017, so 2 years ago, and he's back, and I am so glad that he is. He's got a great voice, and the song that he sang for this one is actually really good too, so props to Hungary. Alright, Belarus. Not a bad song. It's alright. Very upbeat as well. Yeah, not much really I can say about it. Overall performance is pretty good. I like the fact that she's got graffiti writing on her costume. Yeah, no, Belarus was alright. Right, Serbia, wow. Powerful ballad, very powerful ballad. Half Serbian, half English, I believe the lyrics are in. I could be wrong. But it sounded really good. I really liked the performance overall. Her dress, man, is so nice. It's plain black. Obviously the jewelries, the accessories that she's wearing sort of just makes it, makes that costume look a lot nicer. But she's got a great voice, I have to say. Yeah, go Serbia. Belgium, good song, bit underwhelming, unfortunately. Could be better, I think. They've had better, to be honest. The singer's, he's quite young, but you know, kudos to him for getting up on that stage. Overall, the performance was alright. I like their use of the stage lighting that they during their performance. Yeah, just a little underwhelming, to be honest. Georgia, very it was a good power ballad. It sounded very well, but by the look of the visuals in the background, it kind of ended up looking like some, you know, apocalyptic type of thing. But the song, it builds up and then it just drops. There's no sort of proper crescendo. There's no, like, you in a song where it builds up to a point and then it's like boom. But this just did not have that. Not that I know that much about music and songs, but just from how I felt from listening to that, that's just the way that I feel about that song. Otherwise, not too bad. Holy moly! Australia! Oh my god! I just, my first impression of the song when he got, because that was the only song that I listened to because of our selections that we had for the first time ever. We got to hear and see I think about 5 or 6 different performances, and Kate Miller-Heidke was one of them. And during the selections, I have to admit the performance looked really over the top and it just, there was, I don't know, the song for me just didn't really hit me well. That, you know, I didn't really like it at that much. And during the performance selections, the actual performance itself during the selections was a little bit different to that. In that instance, she was static. So Kate was static, and she had this long dress that draped right down to the stage floor, and the dress lit up. Now, I'm assuming because there's probably going to be someone else that's already doing that, and they probably don't want more than one during the whole performance, during the whole contest. And to top it off, she had one extra person on stage with her that was a dancer that's dressed in black behind her on a sort of a bungee pole. I'm not quite sure what it is. It's a very flexible pole, and they're up high. So it's definitely very heavily, you know, body movement involved, and it's very, you know, it depends on which way you move. So it depends. It really relies on your body movements on that really flexible pole, and especially up high. That performance, they had her and 2 extra backup dancers behind her, and all 3 of them were on that flexible pole. Holy moly. And her dress was a lot different. They didn't have any lights or visual effects projecting off her dress. They've shortened the dress to accommodate for the flexible pole. I've got to find out the technical word for that, to be honest, but I don't really know what it is. But looking at that, whoa, like, I actually enjoyed that performance. That was really good. For my second impression of the song, that definitely worked really well. So yay, go Kate, go Australia. Iceland, why? Why would you? Oh my goodness. No. Iceland usually has really good songs. Why'd they decide to go really kind of metal, kind of pop? The yelling, grungy sort of voice of that one singer, it just doesn't sound like any sort of singing at all. It just sounds like you've got a sore throat and you're really hoarse, and it's just yeah, nah, not for me. Sorry, Iceland. Alright, Estonia. Wow, that's actually surprisingly a good song. I actually really like that song. That was really cool. I love the use of visual effects in this. It was really cool. The song was a cold storm. They chucked in a storm and it looked really good. Yeah, awesome job, Estonia. Portugal, what are you doing? Do you think that the weirder the song is, the weirder the performance should be, and therefore you're gonna win? Like, your song from 2 years ago was a lot better than this. The one that got you, you know, the one that you won 2 years ago, that song was a lot better compared to that. That was just really weird, Portugal. Sorry, I did not like that. Greece. Sorry. I mean, the music was really cool. The singer, not so much. It just sounded like she was singing from her nose. Yeah, no, I just did not. I just couldn't get that out of my head. Just the fact that it's coming from the back of her throat through her nose, and just did not sound great, unfortunately, for me anyway. I mean, most of you might have liked it, might have enjoyed it, but I didn't really like it that much, to be honest. I'm sorry. San Marino. Alright, let's look at the song. The song itself, the lyrics actually are pretty good. But having this guy represent you, for me, it sounded like something, it just sounded like my own dad. My dad could sing like that, honestly. Well, apart from the glitz and glamour part of things, he probably wouldn't perform it, but I know he can do that sort of thing here at home. And then funnily enough, I find out the singer is speaking Turkish. Like, well, I suppose if, Turkey's no longer going to be in the Eurovision Song Contest, then why not represent another country? And then add in Turkish into the songs. Yeah, I don't know, San Marino. Performance-wise, it was alright. Singer, yeah. Okay, so all of the artists have performed their songs, all 17 of them for semi-final 1. Before I go into the results of the 10 finalists who will be going into the grand final, I want to just mention my top 10 favorite songs of semi-final 1, and I'm hoping most of them get through. Obviously, I'm not sure whether all of them will, but we'll see what happens. I'll start from 10 and work my way back to number 1 because I've ranked them according to my favorites. So I've chosen San Marino as number 10. Granted, the singer could have been a better choice, but I have to admit the song was actually kind of catchy, so that was pretty good. Number 9, Poland. Although I didn't understand the song, and although to me the song didn't sound the best, out of the rest of the songs from the semi-final 1, I felt Poland probably deserves to be in the grand final, because especially those costumes, they're really lovely traditional folk costumes, and I really like them. Number 8, I've chosen Cyprus. I did give it a little flack for the costuming of the singer, because it's literally just wearing plastic PVC, friggin' latex type stuff. However, the song was actually pretty catchy, really nice and upbeat, so I did really enjoy that. I've given number 7 to Belarus. Similar to Cyprus with the song was nice and upbeat and something you can dance to. Costuming a little better than Cyprus, so it just bumps it up that little bit for me. Number 6, I've chosen Finland. I mean, Darude, come on. That kind of music is something that I usually listen to at home. So being able to hear it as part of the Eurovision Song Contest was actually really good. So yes, Finland for number 6 for me. Going into my top 5, number 5, I've chosen Serbia. Serbia's power ballad was amazing. I really liked it. And yeah, her voice is it's very powerful. It just sounded really good. I've chosen Czech Republic for number 4. Friend of a friend. that's gonna catch on. I reckon they'll go through to the grand final for sure. They were very colourful in their presentation. The visual effects was really awesome, and the song was actually really catchy. So I did really enjoy that. My number 3 is Estonia. My goodness, that man looks really cute. And he almost kind of reminds me of a European Keith Urban, sort of. Not that I'm a big fan of Keith Urban myself, but Estonia's artist was actually really cool. Liked his voice. The song was actually really good too, and the visual effects of the storm was really cool as well. Number 2, surprisingly for me, I've chosen Australia because it's Australia. I want them through to the grand final, and also the performance was a lot better than what I expected it to be. I did not expect it to be that good. I did not expect her to be on that flexible pole as well. Just sort of flying around in the air. So, you know, kudos to Kate Miller-Heidke for doing that. And, you know, the performance was really great. So well done to Australia, and they're my number 2 pick. And of course, number 1, I couldn't believe it when I saw him performing. I've chosen Hungary. That man, oh my goodness, his voice is just so nice, and it's just beautiful. And although I have no idea what he's saying in the song, which will definitely look up the translation to, the song actually sounded really wonderful, and I really hope they get through to the grand final. So they're my top 10 picks for semi-final 1. Hopefully most of them will get through. And I will give you my reaction to the results in a minute. Wow, okay, I'm slightly disappointed in the results. Oh my goodness. You probably already know who's through to the grand final after this first semi-final performance. Definitely disappointed some of the wonderful performers that didn't get through, especially my favorite, Hungary. Oh my goodness. Definitely gonna go out and get his single. That song is amazing. I'm gonna find out the translation of that. His song from 2 years ago was really good too. Man, my heart goes out to Hungary. I really enjoyed this song. They didn't make it to the grand final, sadly. Alright, I'll just quickly go through each of the countries that did make it through to the grand final with my quick reaction to each of them. So we're starting off with Greece. Okay. Belarus, they were in my top 10, so yep, cool. I'm so happy Serbia got through. So happy for her. Such a powerful ballad. Cyprus, again, was in my top 10, but, you know, the song was good. Costuming, not so great. Estonia, I am so glad Estonia is through. Holy moly. And Czech Republic, definitely happy that Czech Republic got through as well. Very sort of happy poppy colours. I love it. Australia's through! Yay! Yay, Kate. Good luck, Kate. Iceland. Holy moly. I honestly do not understand how... Oh my goodness. I suppose there's a lot of people out there that do like that kind of music, that kind of performance. It just, oh my goodness, it just does not... I don't know. It wasn't really my favourite song, to be honest. And I'm very surprised that it got through. San Marino, I suppose, is good. He's representing San Marino, but he's somewhat, in a little sense, representing Turkey, so I'm kind of happy for him. And Slovenia, I really don't understand how Slovenia got through. Honestly, I don't know. I don't want to bring it down to politics, but I feel like it might be in some way. Although I don't see, I don't know, like, yeah. At least the ones that I wanted through have gone through, so I'm very happy about that. But yeah, some of those countries, those songs were just not that great and not my favorite, so I'm kind of disappointed with that. I suppose that's semi-final 1 done and dusted. I am not sponsored in any way. However, I will mention, if you would like to actually go back and watch the performances, they're easy to look up. Just go straight to YouTube. I go straight to the Eurovision channel. They'll have all the performances there, and they live stream their performances, which is really awesome. But if you wanted to listen to to the individual songs, you can easily find them. Google it, pretty simple. And yeah, looking forward to semi-final 2 now. Overall, the whole semi-final performance overall, Israel have done very well. I loved the entertainment after the main performances. They were really good. One of them was a 3-minute video cut together of all of the Eurovision song contests sort of cut together into like 3 minutes. So the person who had to watch all of that footage was there for a while. But they've done very well to cut it all together and make it sound really awesome. Including the way that they've mixed in the music as well. So it's really good. And also, opening act, Netta with her 2018 performance winning song was really, in this performance was a lot better. Although, last year my first impression of it wasn't really that great. I did, however, like the way that they opened it with that song, so it livened up the whole arena and just got the party started, and it was really good. The last song that got sung was by a performer called Dana International. Now, I'm not sure if I'm correct, but I believe she's either a drag queen or a transgender performer. I'm not sure, but she did a wonderful job singing a different rendition of Bruno Mars's Just the Way You Are. That's a really good song, and it was a great rendition. And the fact that they've decided to put in a kiss cam was really good to see, and it's definitely a great representation of what love is, and love is just love. Anyone can love it. It's not as the way that they performed it. It's not about race, religion, gender. It doesn't really matter. It's just love. Well done, Israel, for a great first semi-final. Looking forward to semi-final 2. I think that's probably it. My name's Fulya. You've just watched me react to the first semi-final of the Eurovision Song Contest 2019, and hopefully I will be back for semi-final 2.